Spring is in the air, the sky is blue, the sun is out, all the plants in the garden are beginning to show signs of life. But can the same be said for our lawn 10 days after our lawn renovations? There's only one way to find out, and that is to have a look. So we have a look up close. We have some green shoots coming out of some of the bigger patches of soil that we refilled, and we have some tips of the red base of the ryegrass plant just showing on the area that we covered, which I just removed earlier. So what we're going to do first is we're going to give this lawn a cut because we need to protect the old lawn that's coming through. But what we will be doing is avoiding that area over there. There's no need to go over that with the mower, but this main lawn area does need a cut. And then it's time to get with some products to help the existing lawn come back and the new seed come back as well. So we can do all that next. So without further ado, let's get that Elliott Sterling out and give this a cylinder cut. Before we crack on with the mowing, one of the jobs I have to do is take off the fleece that I put down 10 days ago as well. We must have a fox in the garden because there is something coming along. It can't be a bird, but it's throwing all the slate in the border everywhere over the lawn, so it's quite problematic. So I must get to the bottom of that. So we take it off and we reveal there's not much going on, and I wouldn't expect it because we're in the shade and it's been really cold, but it has to come off because the other grass will start struggling and get really leggy if we leave it on any longer. Okay, so we've got the Elliott Sterling out, we're just ready to give it a cut, but before that, let's just have a trip back to last Monday when we did renovation so we can see what it looked like after we'd finished and what it looks like 10 days later on an existing lawn, so you can see that how quick it does come back with the right care, so you don't need to be scared about what you're doing if you're a newbie to lawn care and you're a bit perturbed by what you see. You can see that even doing what I've just done to this lawn, doesn't matter, it'll come back. Grass is very resilient, don't worry about it. Okay, so as we know, we've still got a lot of growth to come here, but it's in the shade all the time, so it's difficult, especially to see this bit. Doesn't see the sun that much, so we know we're going to be behind. Just like at Galactic, where we're in the shade, we're a little bit behind, but it will come good. So if we just pan out now to the rest of it, that makes up for it. And all these patches that you can see, they have got seed growing in them, as you can see. So yeah, so for 10 days after renovation, I'm very happy. What we'll do now is we'll get on with the products. Grace, Stella, Orbit, SoPro, Dan's Magic, and we'll be away then in another week. We'll be another week on, another week advanced, because we're on that May deadline, don't forget. So probably next time, or probably 2 weeks from now, we'll be looking at getting some granular feed on, depending on how the area to my right is getting on. Because what we don't want to do is have loads of growth here and this still behind. So we're cutting it a bit fine, but I think we should be okay. Okay, so I'm getting my Bertowed Elite 8 Pro sprayer. Put some water in there first before adding the product, and I've mixed enough to do 2 passes. Just because we're putting the product on in the heat, I just like to go on with a bit more water. Give it a pump, it's really easy to pump up, and then when it's on the shoulder it's easier to pump up as well once you're low on pressure, and we're good to go. And as usual, the double stripes from the mower give me the perfect guideline. So Bolton are on the verge of blowing the season. We missed out last year, didn't we, in the playoff final, but I didn't mind because I met Jim White. But this year I'm not even going to be in the same region as him to meet him again. because we're not even going to get to the playoffs, let alone the playoff final. You know, we had 56 crosses into the box on Tuesday night and 28 shots and didn't score. You can't be doing that, son, if you want to go up. So who's your team? Have you got any vested interest this season? I was a bit offensive to Oxford fans, but I stand by it. I said, what would you rather have in the division? Reebok Stadium, or the Tough Sheet now, or Oxford's, which is 3 stands and a car park. But they've done all right, you know. They could still go down, but they're holding their own. Got a good result at the weekend. So yeah, so I did say if we don't beat Barnsley tomorrow, then I won't be going on Friday, Good Friday. We're working instead. So hopefully we can pull something out of the bag. But Barnsley's a very hard place to go for us normally. We did win there 3-0 2 years ago, but we drew there 2-2 last year. 2-2 is generally a scoreline over the years that us and Barnsley get. So hopefully we can pull something out and then I can get to the match on Friday. But there's just no point going Good Friday, because if we don't win tomorrow and Reading win and everybody else wins, we'll be mid-table. So it's not looking good. So they kind of sacking the manager mid-table, mid-season. Is it going to pay off? I'm not sure it is. Maybe next season it will, but this season I think we would have accrued more points under Everett rather than going with Schumacher, because he's lost 5 games out of about maybe 12. So it's not his win rate over that time isn't great, and those 5 we should have won. So let's see. Hopefully your team's doing well. I had a Middlesbrough fan saying, "Oh, we're not going to do anything," but they were in the playoffs last time I looked. So he's doing all right. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments who your team is and who you want to go up. Who would you rather see go up? Bolton or Leyton Orient or Huddersfield, or else he's knocking around there. I can't think now. Lincoln are knocking about. Blackpool are still there, and the 6th place at the minute is Reading. So it's all up for grabs. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I've just got to get on with some watering now. Didn't get here yesterday on Thursday, but I had an extra course on Wednesday because I knew I wouldn't be here. So it's just ready, and to wash all this feed in as well, so I'll give it a good soak. So I'll had a few people asking me about this lance. Why is it so good? It's so good because it's connected to a commercial pump around the side, as I've seen in another video. So if you bought this and stuck it on your garden hose, it wouldn't really do anything, because this is an inch hose pipe, whereas the standard garden hose pipe is half an inch. So you would be disappointed. So it's a Geeker one. If you have got all the setup, it's a Geeker one. And I got it from East Riding Horticulture over in East Riding, believe it or not. But yeah, for a standard domestic tap, I mean, you could give it a go, by all means. You might prove me wrong if you've got decent enough pressure, because it would be on a smaller hose. But I think it's about 60 quid, so I wouldn't want to waste people's money by telling them to buy something that I kind of know is not going to work. But if you've got really good pressure, who knows? Maybe they do a smaller one. But yeah, Geeker, G-E-K-A is the name of the lance. So I'll just get this done. It's going to be 18 degrees tomorrow, so it's going to need a job done tomorrow as well, especially this area where it dries out the most. I'm going to Blackpool Pleasure Beach tomorrow. We were supposed to go in November, but it was so windy we just cancelled the tickets and just said, can we move them to this year? So we've chosen a good day tomorrow. So what I'll do is, en route, because we're getting a lift. Well, I'm driving, but I don't want to have to make my sister-in-law and nephew, when my daughter's going to have to wait. But I'll get them to park the car here. I'll ask Howard if that's all right. We'll meet here, and then on the way back, they can go, and me and my daughter can water tomorrow night. That's what you have to do. That's the dedication that you have to put in. You have to factor these things in to days out. So you've got to always be on it. You can't just be doing this and then going away on holiday and expecting it to be all right when you get back. You've got to commit yourself, and that's what I've done, and that's why I get the great results. Because I kind of whip my life around these lawns. I'm not saying you have to. I've chosen to. But if you want these superior results, Like I've had a few emails saying, well, I'm just seeded and I'm going away there for 2 weeks. Will it be all right when I get back? It's like, well, in this weather, not saying it won't be all right, but it's certainly not going to do anything, is it? It's just wait till you get back. Why are you doing it before you go away? Just think ahead. I've always got to think ahead. That's what I've always got to do. So yeah, so we'll give this a dose. Already done the front. I'll show you that just before we go. Shoots are just beginning to appear around the front, but that's in the shade a lot. So it's going to take a bit more time to come through because there's a bit more dieback this year than last year. So that'll be a lot more behind. So it's squeaky bum time for the bank holiday weekend for the front. But it is what it is. You just got to do what you can when you can. We live in England. It's unpredictable to say the least. So I'll get this done and I'll see you around the front, then we'll call it a day. Quick walk over the squelchy grass. Just put about 500 litres down in 7 or 8 minutes. So it's had a good watering. So there's plenty of growth coming through in these little patches. And now it's wet, you can see even better over here. So you can see, you might think, oh bloody hell, there's only a few in there. Like, that's not going to do anything. Each one of them is going to grow into like one of them. So it will be fine. I've just noticed a bit of annual meadow grass there, which I've missed. So I have to get that out. Just can't get rid of it on this edge. It just seems to like grow in there. And then over here, got shoots again, but only just them red tips. So this is going to be a week or so behind. But hopefully it'll come through. That's all we can do at this point, just hope. That's all we've got. So I'll see you around the front. So around the front, this is 9 days after renovation, not much going on, but we have got some shoots, so hopefully next week we will be looking a lot better. Alright, that's this video done, but it's that time of year again. Yes, it is the Masters weekend over in Augusta. They've got great weather there, we've got great weather here. I've got a $5 on Ludwig Aberg, so hopefully he can come good. Rory McIlroy has faded off so far, but maybe he can make a comeback. But generally he doesn't do very well. But that leads me on to the green jacket that they win. So I officially declare this weekend the green jacket competition open. Hopefully we'll have some good entries this year. So Alan Buchan's back in the race. James Hilditch, last year's winner, sadly isn't involved. He will be a judge though. So let's get mowing, and I've got to get going because I've got things to do. So we'll see you next time here on Daniel Hilbert Law Expert. Bye for now.